Joy comes in the morning. This is Mika. Welcome to Single to Mrs. What a wonderful day, everyone. I thank God that you're with me this morning. I thank God for your life. I thank God that He watched after you through the night and brought you into this morning. I am so just blessed and grateful for my day. I have something, of course, that I want to talk to you about. So I put on a little bit, kind of like my Sunday's finest, because it's a happy moment. It's a grateful moment. I want to talk to you all today about when God humbles you, because when God humbles your heart, it makes you happy. It makes you full of love. It makes you excited. God has done so many wonderful things in my life. And that's, again, where I want you all to get to. I want you to experience the greatness and the goodness of God and what He can do and how He can change things around in your life, no matter how bad it looks. No matter what you think in your mind, God can do everything. Anything is possible when you have God in your life. I wake up in the morning and I am so grateful that I am not alone in my life at the age I am now. I have a husband, I have children, I have grandchildren, and I'm grateful for that. It's just so many wonderful things. I have a mother and a father. I have aunts and uncles and friends and cousins and nieces and nephews, and that I'm just so grateful for. Good people in my life, a wonderful support group, and that was all because of God. All because of God took the time with me, and He was like, "I'm not going to give up on you, my child." I was a little rough when I was a little younger, and sometimes when you are in relationships, people can change you. And I say change you because you can become that person who you used to didn't be. And that can affect your life. That can reflect on you, on how you act toward others. And that's like a curtain that you don't want to become a part of. People can come into your life and just shatter you and shatter your dreams and harm you, and it's real. But I'm in a place now in my life where I just am just thankful, just so thankful to God, and I let Him know how thankful I am to Him for doing the wonderful things in my life. It's just, like I said, it's peace, it's happiness, it's just over the top excitement. You go through your day and sometimes you're like, how am I going to make it in the next second? How am I going to make it in the next minute? But you're going to make it. You have to believe in yourself. You're going to get there. You're going to grow. You're going to prosper. You're going to be happy again. You're going to receive so many great things. You will get the things that you want. I remember making a transition in my move where I lived, and I went from an old car to a brand new car out of the showroom. Like, that's something that I was blessed with. God used my husband to bless me with these things, and it's not bragging, it's just showing how God can carry you. I always share stories with you, and I just remember being a little girl again, and I remember we lived in an older house. Well, my grandparents did, and my parents worked hard, so my babysitters were my grandparents during the day. And I remember my grandparents had like a 2-bedroom little house, and we went from that to a 6-bedroom home. Do you know how amazing that is? Do you know how beautiful that is? And I've always carried that in my spirit because I know the goodness of God and prayer and what prayer can do for your life. I know He can get you up out of any situations. I've been around people in my lifetime who have been drug addicts, alcohol addicts, sex addicts, and they have changed their lives. Everybody is a part of forgiveness. Everybody should be able to have forgiveness in their heart. Everybody should be able to be forgived. That's where I'm going with that. No, like I said, nobody's perfect, but we need to have forgiveness, and we need to grow, and we need to know that there's better things for us out there, and you don't have to give up. This is not your stopping point in your life. We are at the point where we just need to keep going. And I want you all to know that, if you hear people in the church and they speak about God returning, that does not mean that your life ends. That's greater and bigger blessings that's out there for us. It doesn't mean that we're going to die on the cross like God. God is going to come and give us all the wonderful things that he didn't have when he was here on earth, when he was part of the flesh and not the spirit. So just look forward to that. Don't be afraid to see what's around the corner, because there's so many wonderful things. Embrace it. Just go for it. If you're looking for a job and you want to change in your life, go for it. Do it. Like I said, tomorrow is not promised. And I want you to get there. I want you to be excited about it. I want you to comment on my page and say, hey, a great opportunity came for me and I took it. I want to encourage you all. I want to love on you all. I want to praise you all. Just like we give thanks and we love God, if you need a pat on the back, I want to give you that pat on the back. Don't give up. Keep thriving. Keep moving forward. Don't always have to be still. You don't always have to plant your feet. Things can happen, and I am a firm believer, and I went through it myself. Years ago, my rent was due, I remember, and I was like, oh God, what am I going to do? I was like, my rent is due, and they told me by tomorrow morning, if I don't have it, I might be evicted. And I'm going to tell you one thing, at the last second, and I have confirmation on that, at the last second, God came through, and my rent was paid up. And I'm telling you, sometimes you just can't always just sit there and expect God to just hand it to you in your hand. You got to do a little bit of work, and you got to do a little bit of research. You got to do things to make things happen. That's how testimonies come into place when it comes to people talking about testimonies and what they went through and where they're at now. It's not that they're bragging about it. It's that they went through trials and tribulations, and now they're there and they're excited about it and they want to share it. That's what God wants us to do. That's why we are his children. That's why God died on the cross, so we could, we can have these amazing things. Yes, bad things happen in the world. But first of all, that's not all God, because the devil is real. And again, I told you I would be honest about that. And, there's demons out there. And you might not can see them like some of us can, but they're there. And they're out to hurt us. And that's part of getting right with your covenant and being shielded by God. And just, having prayer warriors around you and just giving things a chance. Do not give up. No matter what you're going through, just hang in there. Somebody, including God, will save your life, will save you. Just speak something into existence. Just say, God, save me. Or God, I want you to be part of my life. Or God, I want to be a child of you. It doesn't have to be a long drawn out sentence. It doesn't have to be a paragraph. It doesn't have to be any of that. He just wants to love on you and give you all the wonderful things that your heart has ever desired. Give him a chance. Give him the opportunity to show you what he can do in your life, in your lifetime. Do not make your life short here on earth. Live as long as possible. Prosper as long as possible. If you're going through anything, if you're sick, pray to God. Ask God to get it up off of you. If you have a disease right now, ask God to take it away from you. If your child is sick, rebuke that off of your child. If you think that your child is not a child of God, rebuke it up off of them. Do not hurt these babies. Love them. And if you need help yourself, reach out to somebody. Call a hotline. Just stay safe. Keep your family safe. Keep the dog safe. Your pets. You don't have to hurt people. We're here to love people. We're here to cherish people. And that's what the real deal is. You don't have to turn the other cheek. You don't have to have the angel on this shoulder and the devil on this shoulder. You don't have to do that. You can have two angels if you want, and to guide you and lead you. Or you can just come to my channel and like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that notification bell so you can catch up on all my videos. And I'm going to be there for you. I care about you. I love you. I just want to guide you. I am the child of God. I'm a real child of God. And I care. And I want to help you in any way that I can. God bless and have a great day. Remember always to pray and keep your heads up. And stay focused on your goals. Love you. Bye.